and today we're going to be back for another gameplay of Song of the Deep. Now, Nintendo Switch. Now, here was the problem. For some reason, when I had the comments, like when I had the comment section linked to my video, it, for some reason, didn't record what I was saying through the microphone. So, I pretty much had to redo that video like twice. Just so that way I can actually, like, 3 review, or the gameplay of it. So hopefully this time it works, because if it is, then I'm going to be beating the hell out of it. Alright. I'm just going to go up here. Now, people have asked me if I am going to be pre-ordering the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to wait. Like, to be honest, I'm going to wait to get it, because I'm probably going to wait till, like, a month after it comes out, because it's, like, frickin' $400. And not only that, like, I'd rather just wait to save up and then get the system and then get, like, a few games with it. Because so far, the only games that I really want to get for is Zelda. And Mario Kart doesn't come out till, like, the end of April. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, who really knows, to be honest? You know? Who really knows? But as far as I know is, I am still gonna get it. I just don't know when. You know, because again, it's a lot of money, and we're talking like a new system. So for me, that's really not saying something. Because I mean, the only games that are coming out at launch, like I'm talking like. On March 3rd is their Wii Sports game, which I forget what it's called, but it's their Wii Sports. It's like a Wii Sports clone. But that one, I really don't know about that. I don't even know why Nintendo's doing that. Because I mean, I know when we first came out, it was good, but now it's like they're not really. Like it was interesting for its time, but now it's just repeats, you know. Like, I thought Nintendo Land was pretty interesting, because you get to do, like, all these different levels. Like, you did Mario, you did Donkey Kong, you did Zelda, you did Pikmin, there was a Luigi's Mansion level, so, I mean, that was pretty cool. But, I mean, that's something they could have done with this system, too. Like, they could have, like, did something where, you know, it was everything Nintendo-lated. Like, instead of them just doing, like, what they did in Nintendo Land, they could always do something a little bit different with that. With the same idea, just a different concept. You know? But, I mean, who knows? I mean, Lego City Undercover. I don't even know why that game is going to be, on the Switch. You know? Because, I mean, last time I checked, because this guy was talking about it, that it got a lot of bad reviews to work on it. So I mean, I guess that's kind of why. But I just don't get why they would put a game like that on there. Like, I like Lego games. Like, I like the Marvel and DC ones, but I just like the Star Wars ones is pretty good. But that's really it. You know. Other than that, that's really it. I mean, just roaming around. I mean, I just hope there's actually going to be a Pokemon game coming out. Because people have been saying rumors that there's going to be a Pokemon Stars, and then there's going to be, you know, they're going to remake Red and Blue, which I don't even know why they're going to be. I mean, well, number one, the reason that I think they're not going to do that is because there's already a remake for Red and Blue, and that's Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's the only one. And Johto got remakes. Well, because Johto never really got a remake in a long time, you know. So that's kind of why they're not doing that. You know what I mean? So I could understand why they're actually not going to be doing that sort of thing. Because Diamond and Pearl, people have been saying Diamond and Pearl should get a remake. You know, I give it a couple of years and then they should do a remake on that. Because I think it's just kind of too quick, because you know, Diamond and Pearl didn't come out. Well, Diamond and Pearl came out, like, I'd say, yeah, maybe about 10 years ago, I'd say, when Diamond and Pearl came out. Maybe 9, I don't know. But I do know that, because I remember playing Diamond and Pearl. But I mean, I just think it's too early for a remake for that, because again, you know, and I know that Sun and Moon just came out, so I just think they should at least give Sun and Moon time, and I think Sun and Moon should definitely be on like a port to the system, because that's what the Pokemon company's planning on doing, you know. So I mean, we'll see, because I know they are going to make a Pokemon game, they just don't know what it is. And if they do, I'm excited. Going over here. Oh yeah, that reminds me, Skillbound got canceled, which is really really a shame. And I actually just found out who the company that made the game, and that was Platinum Games. And that's really sad, because Platinum Games can make some pretty damn good games. They made the Transformers game, which I really like. I like the Transformers Devastation. It felt like it was like the G1 style Transformers. That was awesome. They could the Ninja Turtles game. I thought them doing the Ninja Turtles game was really cool. It felt like they were trying to make it like the comics. It was good. I know they worked with Nintendo on Star Fox Zero, which I think the game would have more potential if it wasn't like Star Fox 64, but that's just me. And I know they were working on Bayonetta 2, which I've heard good things about that game. I've heard a little bit of good things about Bayonetta 2. I still gotta play the first one, but I've heard good things about the sequel. But I mean, who knows? I mean, I know they're probably gonna make other games outside of, oh, not this again. Outside of, Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. I think, to be honest, they should make, like, games like Transformers and Ninja Turtles. Like, make them, like, the nerd-based games. Because, I mean, they did successful with those two games. And I think it's because they took notes from the cartoons and the comics and, you know, everything of their popularity, you know what I mean? Like, if they could do, like, a Marvel, like, a Spider-Man game, like what Insomniac Games is doing, then I could see them do that. Because, I mean, it shows from their other works. You know, if they want to do, like, a Batman game or Iron Man game or, you know, whatever they can really do with a lot of the superheroes. Like, I could see them do something with that. But other than that, I just think that they should just focus on those games on the safe side, because I know the game, you know, they've been working on, I think it's been out for about a year. They've been trying to work on it, and then ever since then nobody really knew if it was either going to be in development or not, or, you know, when was the game going to come out or whatever, you know what I mean? But supposedly, I guess, because of the glitches and because that the team needed more work on it, that they just couldn't do it. Microsoft's like, you know what, we're just gonna cancel it. Which really sucks. Because that game could have had a lot of potential. I mean, I'm not surprised that Microsoft would do that sort of thing, because, you know, I mean, I'm starting to see that they're slacking with their exclusives. Because, I mean, Sunset Overdrive, you know, that was an exclusive when that could have been on PS4 as well. And that game could have been, it would have made much more money on PS4. And then you look at their other ones. Like, Recore looked pretty cool. At least that's what that game's called. You know, like, that one looked cool, but it's just... Sorry. Like, for some reason, I just see that there's no faith in their exclusives, because all they do is just cancel their games 24/7. You know, they either cancel them or just delay them or whatever. You know what I mean? They don't really do much with it. You know. So with that being said, I just think that they should at least, you know, give that game a chance. But because it needed more development and there was a lot of development issues on that game, that there was nothing really that they could do, and that's kind of why it didn't do very well. But we'll see. We'll see where Platinum Games goes. You know? Because I'll tell you this. I'm not saying it to be rude, but I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I'm not. I don't see the appeal in Xbox. I mean, the Xbox One to me is just like... I mean... Microsoft, honestly, the minute they announced Xbox One and its capabilities and, you know, everything that's going to be compatible with it, it just, I think people just suddenly lost faith in it. And it's true. I mean, I know people still play Xbox One, I know people really like the system, but me personally, I'm not really a big Xbox One fan. I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I'm not even really a big fan of Halo, Gears of War, or... I heard Crackdown was pretty good, but... Like, Fable, the only Xbox game I like out of, on their system is Fable, that's it. Fable's probably the only series I really like about on Xbox. Like, Sony I like, I love all Sony. I mean, why do you think I'm playing this on PS4? I love Sony. I do think Sony needs to improve on a couple things, like, you know, canceling their games... everything else, but that's really it. You know, to be honest. And I'm going around in freaking circles again. This is bullshit. Because I was going in the right direction too. And this boost ain't doing anything either. We have to go around. No, get up there, get up there. Oh, we're not going through that current. No. Get me back up there, get me back there. Come on, get me back up there, come on. Shit. I gotta go around now, this is great. Oh yeah, folks, did you watch, any of you guys have seen the Logan trailer, the new Logan trailer that came out? I have seen it. It looks really good. I'm excited for that movie. I mean, it's Wolverine 3. It's going to be Hugh Jackman's last movie. You know, hopefully it goes out really well. I mean, I know Hugh Jackman wants to play Wolverine in, like, Avengers, and you know, I know he wants to do like other stuff that are with like Marvel Studios, but outside like Fox and you know what they're doing with X-Men and everything else, I think he's just kind of done. Because I mean, he's been Wolverine for 17 years, so, or maybe even more than that. I'd say about almost 19 years. So, I mean, I could see what he means by, you know, retiring from his role. I mean, because he's been playing it for so long, why the hell not? But I can say this, though, that I think it'll be a good movie. I mean, it's based off the Old Man Logan storyline, which I think is really cool because, I mean, and I know it's going to be R-rated, which I think a movie like that is perfect for R-rated because, you know, Wolverine is the kind of character that swears and smokes and drinks, you know, throws a lot of F-bombs, so, I mean, it'd be really cool if they could do that, you know? Like, I know they did that with Deadpool, which I thought Deadpool was awesome. It's my favorite. I think it's the best superhero movie of 2016 was Deadpool. Because Deadpool was just like a perfect superhero movie. And no, that's gotta be one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in a long time. Like, I think I laughed my ass off through the entire theater. And I'm not really the biggest Deadpool fan, but holy shit was that movie funny. But yeah, this is going to be good. The Logan one. I mean, Professor Xavier's in it. X-23's in it. I mean, I can understand why those characters are in there because, in the Old Man Logan storyline, there was actually quite a lot of, like, there was different characters. Like, there was not a lot of X-Men characters. There was a lot more, like, the normal, like, characters. Like, Hulk was in it. Hawkeye was in it. Ghost Rider was in it. I don't think Spider-Man was in it. I know Spider-Man, they mentioned Spider-Man's daughter, but that's really it. And that's about it, I think. There was quite a lot of characters, in Old Man Logan. I know Hulk especially. Hulk was in it. Hulk, I think, him and Hulk were fighting. And then Hawkeye was in it. And then the movie, because the reason that they don't have those characters in there as opposed to the comic book is because Fox owns the rights to X-Men, so that's kind of why they're not, and Marvel doesn't own them, so that's kind of why they're not going to be adding those characters in there. So instead what they're doing is they're just adding in like Wolverine and then a bunch of different X-Men characters, which I think is fine, but it would have been nice if they added those characters in. I mean, I know one day Marvel will get X-Men, because I'm pretty sure they're pretty close to getting Fantastic Four, and God knows how that movie turned out, because I mean that movie's a piece of shit. Like, I think Nostalgia Critic should have put it in his worst movies list. I mean, it's that fucking bad. Like, it's not even about Fantastic Four. It's frickin' A Fault in Our Stars mixed with superheroes. That's all that movie was. Like, I cannot believe that Fox bombed the shit out of that movie. And that's a shame. You can't even go around it. There's gotta be another way where I can actually... It's been a while since I played it. So that's kind of why I'm kind of not used to the other controls. But I think I might have to go down here. As if I can go down here. I'm stuck. You know, I was looking at Insane Game Freak. Anybody does not know who Insane Game Freak is, he does a lot of gaming, he does a lot of anime reviews, a lot of videos based on... He also does, like, different discussions about, like, society and religion and things like that, and a lot of the stuff that he does in his videos, I do agree with him, like, you know, religion, society. I mean, his videos are awesome. I watch a lot of his anime reviews. I've been actually, to tell you the truth, lately I just been watching a lot of anime. Maybe because I'm collecting a lot of manga, so my mindset is really anime right now. Like, because I have friends that, like, recommend, like, so many series to me. Like, Attack on Titan I still gotta watch, which I know, folks, I know I still gotta watch Attack on Titan. A lot of people love Attack on Titan. I've heard good things. I finally got the chance to watch Fairy Tail, which Fairy Tail's now my second favorite series. I love the hell out of Fairy Tail. What's another one? One Piece. Got around to watching One Piece. Very good series. I just watched a little bit of Assassination Classroom. I've heard good things about the manga, and I watched the anime. I gotta tell you, it's got the best fucking art style I've seen in an anime. It's got really, really nice art style. Like, it's awesome. Dragon Ball Super, even though I love Dragon Ball. Let me see. I still gotta watch Blue Exodus, Death Note. There's quite a lot of series I gotta watch. I'm definitely not watching Naruto. I know people have asked me if I'm gonna watch Naruto or not. I know Naruto's a good series. It looks like a good series, but I can't watch it due to the seasons. And because people expect me to, like, skip 100, you know, if that was the case, then they should have really not made it so much filler to it. You know what I mean? But I mean, who knows? I like Akame ga Kill. I thought that was pretty cool. There's a lot of animes I really like. Like Pokemon's my favorite. Sailor Moon. There's a lot of good animes I like. And I have no shame in liking anime either. You know, I mean, anime's for everyone. You know? I'm sure there's a lot of anime people, there's a lot of people out there that love anime and they have collectibles and everything. So I don't think there's something wrong with it. I mean, I don't consider myself a weeboo because, you know, that word honestly doesn't make sense to me. Like, I know what it means, but in my mind, it's just, I don't consider myself that. I like anime because I like anime. That's the only reason I'm going to give out as. I don't need a name, I don't need like a name or something to interpret my love for something. Like, forget that. Even for Brony. I like My Little Pony, but I don't consider myself a Brony. And that really sucks for a lot of people that like My Little Pony, because I'm, 'cause, 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 ' can't even get fucking close. I actually might be doing Gravity Rush 2 gameplay tomorrow. I don't know when I probably will be doing it, because I have to go pick it up today in a few hours. But when I do, I'm definitely going to be doing a walkthrough on that. It's probably going to be my next walkthrough, which is Gravity Rush 2. And then there's 50 Shades of Grey. That's another movie that's coming out next month. You know, I did like 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, who doesn't like 50 Shades of Grey? I didn't like it. I didn't. I found it, like, I know the books. I know a lot of people say the books are pretty good. I mean, that's what they said about Twilight, and look at Twilight. You know. But I think the books, they're much different than the movies. And I think it's safe to say, because the movies, like, because the first movie, all it was just a girl and a guy just having sex. That's all that movie was. And there really wasn't much appeal over it. Like, I know when it first came out, you know, it made a lot of money. It made an extreme amount of money. But at the same time, it just felt like it was like, it felt like it was trying to be a movie about a couple having sex, and that was it, you know? Like, that was that kind of movie. And the sequel, I bet you, will probably be the exact same thing, you know? It's just the couple having sex, and then, you know, there's this big costume party, and they have sex again, and it's just, it's more or less a romantic couple sex kind of movie, you know? But, I mean, it's not my kind of movie, to be honest. Like, I'm okay with movies that, you know, have sex in it if it's, like, executed well. Like, anime, you don't, I mean, yeah, animes have hentai and stuff, but I'm talking, like, if it's grounded. Like, if there's, like, you look at Sword Art Online, for example. Finally, get the hell out. Like, you look at Sword Art Online, for example. There was a scene where the main characters had sex, but you didn't see that. You know what I mean? Like, that's because they made it grounded, so that way, you know, they didn't want to make it like it's a hentai moment. And which technically it was, but you didn't see it. You know what I mean? So, it's the same thing applies here, you know? And that's really my kind of, like, I'm more of a kind of person that, you know, I like romantic comedies, but I don't like, when the movie's, like, just them about sex and friends with benefits and shit like that. Like, there's just, it's just weird, you know? And Lord knows that that movie's gonna be, probably gonna be like Bit Shits of Grey. It's like the first one. I can't even believe it got more views than Star Wars Episode 7. And that's really saying something, because, you know, when Star Wars Episode 7 came out, that's when it did that. Like, that was when, like, because I mean, everybody was excited for that movie. I mean, it's the highest grossing movie of all time. But, I mean, it's... Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. I was texting a friend of mine. He was texting me for some reason. But yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing with this. I mean, I can imagine why it got a lot of reviews because, like, a lot of views on this trailer because there's people that like 50 Shades of Grey and there's people that really didn't like it. I myself really didn't like it for a lot of reasons. The reasons I just already discussed, you know? So, who knows how this one's gonna be. Because I'll tell you, I'm not gonna go see that. I'd rather go see the Lego Batman movie. That's me. And that's probably the only movie that's coming out in February. I mean, I know in March, we got Logan, and we got, Beauty and the Beast, even though I don't know about Beauty and the Beast. You know, I mean, because I feel Disney just needs to focus on original ideas than their live-action fairy tales. And I know why they're doing it, because of Once Upon a Time, you know? And even I'm not a big fan of Once Upon a Time. I think it's just, they just butcher all the Disney characters, you know? Like, if they want to write about Disney or whatever, like, if they want to, like, do, like, their own universe, just do, like, a crossover in comics or something. You know what I mean? Or do something like what they did with House of Mouse. Because House of Mouse back in the day was awesome. Like, Jungle Book I like. Jungle Book, the live-action Jungle Book was awesome. I mean, it's by the same dude that created, like, that directed the first Iron Man, so obviously that was good. You know? Cinderella was okay. Maleficent was a piece of shit. I don't even understand why they even made that movie. I mean, I know they were trying to make it about Maleficent, but if you want to make a movie about Maleficent, do it on her, and then make the telling of Sleeping Beauty in the end. You know what I mean? Because I understand she's the villain, and I understand, like, that's her story, but if we're talking, like, an origin story of Maleficent, which technically that's what they were doing, they could have at least, you know, did something with it. Like, they could have made something different with it. Well, guys, I'm thinking about actually ending the video here because I actually have to go pick up Gravity Rush 2, and I'm planning on doing a walkthrough on that sometime this week. I'll let you guys know when I will, and we'll see where that goes. So I will see you guys next time. If you're liking, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys the next time. Nintendo Geek out.